Hello everybody, it's Anna and welcome back to my booktube channel. Today I am really excited to announce the return for round 2 of the Disability Readathon. So if you are new to my channel or new to the Readathon and you don't know about this, this is a readathon that is co-hosted by myself and Erin from the Geeky Gimp. I will have, of course, all of the information and relevant details linked below, but we created this readathon to get people to focus on reading stories and experiencing media by, for, and about disabled people. So this next round of the Disability Readathon is going to run from April 19th through April 26th, just a week this time, not this entire month. And for this week in April, we are asking that all of the texts, and you can interpret that broadly because it isn't just like a, legible text that we count for our reading challenges. We're asking that all of the texts that you choose be own voices, which means that they have to be written by people who are themselves disabled. We would also ask that you please prioritize books by people who are multiply marginalized, because as we know, the history of disability stories and storytelling and stuff like that has very often been dominated, as many other parts of history have, by white, cisgender, straight men. So again, prioritize that. We have a lot of recommendations that are linked in our Google Drive, and we also have a website, which is disabilityreadathon.com. Again, I will have all of those linked in the description, so if you are struggling to find something that will fit these categories, or you want to find something that maybe you haven't heard of before, Erin and I have compiled a ton of recommendations and resources for you, so please do go ahead and take advantage of that. So we have 4 reading goals for this week's readathon. We want this to be basically like a chill experience for people. We don't want this to be a readathon that causes a lot of stress for people. So feel free to choose as many or as little of the books or of the goals as you want from this list. So the first one is to read a book by a disabled author. That is just sort of the basic, no nonsense, no frills challenge for this readathon. And we count text, ebook, audiobook, however it is that you read and consume books is totally valid by us. We encourage it. So that is the first challenge. The second challenge is to read a Twitter thread about disability. If you're looking for discussions about that, we do actually have a Twitter account, which you can follow by following the link in the description, and a bunch of resources listed on our website. The third challenge is to read a blog post about disability. Again, if you're looking for those, check out the website, it's great. And then the fourth challenge is to listen to or read the transcript of a podcast by a disabled person. We will have tons and tons of resources available to share there for you below, and you are free to read as many or as few texts as you wish across these 4 challenges. That is totally up to you. There isn't really a numeric goal that we're striving for here. We're looking for good representation, own voices representation, prioritizing people who are multiply marginalized. And as kind of a fun little extra special announcement, I have decided that I would like to host a watch-along on Cast of Crip Camp, which is the Netflix documentary about the sort of summer camp for folks with disabilities that led to many of the major organized movements of the disability rights movement later on in the 20th century. So I'm going to be hosting a sort of live watch-along, chat-along thing. Details will follow on all of our social media, so if you haven't gotten the chance to see that, why not go ahead and join us as we have this really awesome time watching what promises to be a great documentary. As for sharing your reading, you can feel free to share what you like wherever you'd like. We have people that read that share YouTube videos, blog posts, Instagram threads, Twitter, etc. You can share however you like. You can share in the comments of this video, just whatever works for you. But wherever you do share, make sure to use the hashtag DisabilityReadathon so that we can find whatever content it is you're making, and so that other people can find you and hopefully find book recommendations, reading buddies, etc. through that way. You don't have to use the hashtag, but we really do encourage it if you want, to be part of the conversation and the community surrounding this. So I think that's going to do it for the announcement video. I think we covered everything. If you have any questions about it, please feel free to reach out to Erin or myself. Also, do make sure to check the social media channels, because we will be putting all of our updates and news and stuff like that up there. And yeah, I think that's gonna be it. If you like this video and you'd like to see more of what I do, including stuff about the Disability Readathon, go ahead and subscribe to my channel and subscribe to Erin's as well, just so that you can get updates every time we post new stuff. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!